to today's celebration of Sound Bath Sundays. I am so excited to be here today. What do I have? Cushions. Yeah. I'm at my cousin's house. I'm so excited to be here. You know, when you have certain people in your life that you know absolutely love you and adore you, and you are a guest in their home. Hi, Stacia. And you're a guest in their home, and they do everything in their power to make you comfortable and make sure you're happy and well taken care of. Well, that is the case of me right now, where my cousin has gone above and beyond. Both my cousins, my cousin and her beautiful partner, Kevin, they've been just outstanding, and I am so grateful. I literally got up at 6 this morning, so I would head out and go home at 7 o'clock, so I'd be there on time. And I just felt so loved, and something was like, I don't want to leave. And then I asked myself, well, do I have to leave? And the answer was absolutely not. So here I am from her house. They've not only been so gracious to take care of me, they've also taken care of Violet, who has proven to be a handful. And they're taking care of her now. They're taking her to the reservoir to do some laps and tire her out, hopefully, so that she can sleep on our way home. But anyway, welcome. I am here celebrating. It is not champagne. I know it looks weird. It's not weird. It is carrot, apple, ginger, and perhaps some spinach. I have no idea. It was courtesy of my cousin. It's delicious. Celery for sure. So cheers to 2 years of Sound Bath Sundays. Oh my gosh, it's been an adventure. And so I don't know if many of you know how Sound Bath Sundays began, but I took one of my many courses with my many coaches, and he did a challenge and said you have to go live every day on Facebook. And I was like, no. And he's like, yeah, you're doing this course. This is a challenge. You're going to do a live every day. And I thought, what the heck am I going to talk about every day? Well, apparently, I haven't stopped talking since I'm 8 months old, so that was not a problem. It was a challenge of actually deciding to go on camera, no matter how I felt, I looked, and just show up. So I began to do that and found that I started really enjoying the interaction. And so after that happened, I stopped for a little bit, and then I realized, hi, hola, hi. I realized that I missed it. So I thought, well, what could I do that actually made more sense to me than just going live with no purpose? I always feel like I have to have some sort of goal in mind or some reason behind what I do, not just like, here I'm showing up and doing nothing and just like wasting your time. So that's when the idea of Sound Bath Sundays came out. I'm like, well, what if I did a weekly show? Because I know for sure I can commit to once a week. I know chances are daily, it's at some point I'm gonna break. I'm not sure I have I don't know if it's the consistency or what it is, but you know, guys, life gets in the way, and somehow I felt like asking of myself to show up every day was just a little bit too much. So I figured I'm going to challenge myself to just show up every week and see what happens. And that's how Sound Bath Sundays began. a little bit over 2 years ago. I'm actually overdue on my celebration. I haven't figured out the exact date. I know it was either September or October that Sound Bath Sundays originated. I started going live in July or August, and then this whole thing happened. And by September, October, 2 years ago, 2018, I was on. And ever since I said this is going to happen once every week, hola, Susie, gracias, I just showed up, including one time where I was really, really sick. I don't know if it was the flu or something. I had a really bad cold. I had a fever, and I was sick. And I decided to go live anyway. And I went live. The next day, when my assistant arrived, she calls me and she's like, Hannah, what happened yesterday? Because she was uploading to YouTube and whatnot. And I'm like, what do you mean? What happened? She's like, are you okay? You didn't go live. And I'm like, yeah, I did. So she went looking. She goes, Hannah, you put it to private or something. I did. I didn't go public with it. I just didn't know. So that's the one time I messed up, but I did show up. So I think it should count. Anyway, it's been an amazing journey. So much has happened in my life, and I'm sure in your lives. And the fact that you keep showing up every Sunday and giving me that support and giving me that fuel that I use to keep showing up, because, every time it definitely counts. Thank you, Stacia. Yeah, I was with my Kleenex and going, oh, I don't feel good, but I'm here. And then I wasn't really. But other than that day, I was like, I've been on it every single time. And I've had technical challenges. And that's a thing, you guys. When we make a commitment and we make a decision to go forth, things are gonna freaking show up. I have been this close to giving up. I remember one day I was in Mexico City. I wasn't feeling well because I went through a health challenge after that. 2018, end of it, 2019, I had a major health challenge. And my dad would help me set up. At that point, he wasn't. I think that's when he began to help me. Something had happened. I think I'd set up my set and somebody had taken it down, and I was about to go on, and my set had been taken down. And I was upset, and I was throwing a fit. I threw a tantrum, a literal tantrum. And I just said, that's it. I'm done. I'm quitting. And my dad's like, no, you're not quitting. And I'm like, yeah, this is useless. Nobody sees me. I'm speaking into the void. I'm just torturing myself trying to get this done, and nobody cares, and blah, blah, blah. And I was just crying. And my dad, literally, it brings tears to my eyes, because he grabbed my backdrop and he's like, where do you want it set? And he just didn't listen to me. He just went on and I'm like over here. And then we started doing it. And I was on late, but I got on. And my dad was there like, you are not quitting, and you do make a difference. You never know who's out there. You never know who's going to be waiting for what you have to say. And so he really pushed me over that cliff, and I kept going. And so here we are. So, when we do things like these, also, cheers. It's not a one-person effort. And believe me, I'm a one-woman show in a lot of ways. No longer have an assistant. I'm just doing this thing on my own. Some days I wonder who even cares. Some days I wonder if it matters. And ultimately, I keep showing up because I gave my word to myself. And I want to make sure that I keep my word, because my word is law. And when I live my life like that, I just feel happier in the end. Like I can go to bed in peace, knowing every Sunday that I kept my word. And I'll figure it out one way or another. Like right now, right? I'm here in my cousin's house as a guest, and they're helping me out. They're supporting me. They're taking care of my puppy so that I can be here. So if it wasn't for them, I'd have a screaming dog right now. And so it's not just about me anymore. Um, Society, there's been a shift, and we're going into the age of Aquarius, right? And it's shifting from me to we. It's no longer I am on my own, I have to do this. It is dog eat dog world. If I win, you lose. It is we together, we rise. Together, we create. Together, we support each other. Together, we elevate each other. Together, we succeed. Together, we have abundance. Together, we tap into unlimited abundance that is the universe. And it's no longer about I win, lose. It's about how can we all win. It's a where, because now I think we've woken up enough to know we can all have a wonderful, easeful, abundant life. And frankly, and everybody else failing around you, because if you win, then that person has to lose. If I win, that person has to lose. So everybody around you would lose, and you'd be the only one winning. So how boring and lonely would that be, right? Isn't it more fun to think that everyone around you is winning and everybody around you can do their own thing? And the magical thing is we all don't want the same things. We all want different things in our lives. So there's really not even any competition. And even the people that do the same things you do, you have your own style. You have your own thing. I mean, there's hundreds now of thousands that I can think of sound healers. Maybe not a lot because it's not still so mainstream, but there's a bunch of sound healers out there. But, I'm the only one who does me the way I do me. And so if any of this helps you, maybe you needed to hear, maybe you needed some encouragement to keep going with your dreams. Also, one of the things that I'm so blessed by is that I choose to do stuff that I love every single time. I don't like to do things that I don't like to do. I just don't bother because it's not going to come out good. Because if I'm fussing or complaining, it's just not a feel good. And sometimes, we have to do stuff that we don't really want to do, and we kind of have to. But thank you, Lecha. Oh, well, thank you for coming on and telling me, sweetheart. I'll see you on the replay. So, we have to do things that we don't like, but it has, for me, the majority of my life is doing things that I do love to do. And then the rest, if I have to do stuff that I don't quite like, I find the gift in them. I find a way to make them palatable. I find a way to find the joy in them regardless, because if I have to do it anyway, why torture myself, right? And so I invite you to find the gift in all that you do. I also invite you to start, if you're not living your dreams, you're not stepping out and doing what you came here to do, or what your soul is calling you to do, I invite you to take one little step today. What one thing, and just ask yourself, what one thing can I do today that's going to put me closer to my dream? What can I do today? And then just take that one tiny little step. And then if tomorrow you take that one little step, even if you decide like me, I'm going to do one thing a week that's going to put me closer to my dream. And you devote Sunday afternoons to do stuff that puts you closer to your dream. Or you devote 2 hours a week 2 hours a week, it's better than no hours a week. And my ex-husband used to say, it'll take you the same amount of time to get something done than to not get it done. True, too true. So it's true. I took that from him and realized, well, it'll take me just as long to not do it, so might as well get started today. Today, we're going to do a little short one because I'm just almost done with my juice and I'm ready to start with the sound bath. How about yourselves? Thank you for being here. And this was really good. I think we're going to go for mimosas later, but this is a good starter. And this afternoon, in a couple of hours, I'm going to be speaking at Lauren Lindsay's Inside Out retreat. She's had a 7-day retreat, and I am closing her retreat. I'm honored that she chose me to just seal the deal to help people integrate everything they've been working on this whole week. I've been speaking at other people's events more and more, which I love to do. That was one of my intentions for this year, and I'm doing pretty good. I'm very excited about it, and I really, really enjoy it. And it's just one more thing that I'm doing that makes me happy, that lights me up. It's been incredible. Thank you. Yes, Stacia, and you rocked it yesterday. You were amazing. Stacia is also starting in this in the circuit, in the speaking circuit, and it's going to be just fantastic. Stacia just done, I spoke about her. I think it was last weekend. I don't know. I talk about Stacia all the time about how incredible growth she's had in this path of self-development, which I happen to call it the Hotel California, because you can check in anytime you want, but you can never leave. Once you're in, there's no backtracking or going out of it. So you might as well be really, really, really sure about it. I always ask people who come to learn with me if they're really 100% sure that this is the path they want to take, because there ain't no going back, let me say. Put it that way. It is just, it can be magical. It can be challenging. There's going to be tears. There's going to be frustration. There's going to be anger. There's going to be joyful moments and easeful moments and everyday magic. But isn't that what life is about anyway? So it is just about integrating this work with our regular life and really learning that our mission and our job in this life is just to be happy. We keep trying to make it more complicated than it actually is. And the truth of the matter is that the happier we are, the higher our vibration. The higher our vibration, the more we attract what we desire, and the more magnetic we become. We're like human antennas, and we're putting out the signal, and we're bringing stuff in. And the more we learn to trust in that higher power and that divine intelligence that brought us here in the first place, the less work we have to do. It just becomes more about letting go, trusting, and receiving. Simple as that. So why don't we, let me see if I can push myself. I don't want to throw everything overboard, but I just realized that Harry doesn't fit in this space that I made. So let me just move my beautiful, I'm going to ask my assistant to move my stuff over a little bit. So give me a second. There you go. There. Okay. Hope I'm not too far away. And my, okay, there we go. Keep adjusting. As you know, I'm doing the Facebook and the YouTube. So let me see, Harry, if you fit barely. But he's here, and we're ready to, let's just tap into joy. How about that? Into into being happy. What would it take for you to choose to be happy today, no matter what life throws your way? Please put your feet flat on the ground. Wiggle your toes. If you have a backrest, it's better. Do not cross your hands or feet or arms. Take 2, 3, 6 cleansing breaths, whatever your body asks you to do. When you start breathing deeply and doing these cleansing breaths, your body will ask for more because they feel so good in your body. And you are actually supplying your brain mostly with its needed oxygen. Your brain uses 25% of the resources in your body. That's a quarter of the resources. So, and it goes like this. You inhale through your nose. Then you hold for 1 or 2 counts. And then you let it go with a big ah. And again, inhale. Hold. Release. You can go ahead and close your eyes. Just allow the sound to wash over you and melt any stress, any tension, any resentment, frustrations, uncertainties, fear from your body. Take a deep cleansing breath and let it all go. Take the garbage out, all your fear, your worry. Make room for love. Breathe out fear. Breathe in love. Slowly wiggle your toes. Start bringing yourself back home. Do a few more cleansing breaths if your body requires. A little stretch, a little shake, and welcome back. Oh, Stacia, I love you too. Are you all back? I hope so. I hope you enjoyed this sound bath. And I just want to take a moment to talk to you about two of my amazing programs that are going on right now. One is an ongoing program called Moon Harvest. It is a really fun program. I think it's the funnest program that I share and that I lead, and it is all about playing with the sun, the moon, and the stars, and using the energies that are pouring into the planet, using the monthly cycles of the lunar new moon and the full moon to create a container or our little farm, I call it, where we plant, where we sow our dreams. We create the sacred ground that for our dreams. And it is a 6-month journey that, yeah, when you join, it's a commitment. The initial commitment is a 6-month journey. And this is why. Because the new moon in one sign takes 6 months to reach the other end, which is the full moon. So it finishes a cycle every 6 months. Then after that, if you want to continue, you can continue, obviously. And then doesn't become a 6-month commitment. The initial commitment is 6 months because I want you to go through the one entire cycle and see the magic as you stick it out, as you go through challenges, as you feel like, oh my God, there's going to be one cold night and it can like destroy my entire crop, right? Farmers go through that. So in life, that happens to us. We go through seasons where we feel like everything is destroyed, only to find out that there's this little one seed that maybe survive, that's coming out, that will make everything worth it in the end. So I just want us to get through one cycle together so that you can have your proof. You can, because I love getting proof of the things that I do. So when you have your proof that this works, then it's like there's a no-brainer. People stay on because it's like, oh my God, it's working. But we see that together, we grow together, we support each other. The little doubt is what I call the plague. So when doubt creeps in, it's that can destroy everything. So in this container, we have 100% belief in your dreams, in all of our dreams. And so there's never less than 100% belief happening. And so our dreams have no choice but to show up. And it becomes so amazingly magical. Thomas, definitely relaxing, wonderful. So that's Moon Harvest, and next Saturday is a blue moon. And what's called a blue moon is when there's 2 full moons in 1 month. So we had a full moon at the beginning of this month, and on the 1st, and we have another full moon, which is now the blue moon, on the 31st. So if you're interested in joining, something from your soul is calling you to join this, we would love to have you. We would love to support you in your dreams, making sure that all of your dreams come true. And the other program that I have that's starting soon, we're just finishing one session. It is called Coming Home to You. And thank you for the hearts. And Stacia is in both of them. So Stacia and someone else have been in this program the 4 times that I've led this program. And I couldn't be happier. I don't even know how to describe this program. So the beginning of March, I was led to share my own process that I do in my life. And I thought, well, I'm no meditation teacher. And I was told it doesn't matter. You need to share this because it works. So it's literally a meditation hack. So I know so many people that have tried to meditate, have never experienced going deep into meditation or having a peak experience, which it took me 20 years to have my first peak experience. And, oh, thank you. Thank you, Stacia. Stacey's saying it's been amazing every time. And yeah, I feel the same way, because every time we're there, we're not at the same place we were. So we all keep growing together. And so I found all these people that hadn't had any kind of success with meditation, and people who were expert meditators that couldn't experience those peak states. And if they did, they were so far away from each other. So I decided there had to be a way to compress time, to compress this practice, so that we could start feeling the results and feeling the amazing state that we can get ourselves into, finding what I call the eye of the hurricane, where there's, even through a hurricane, there's a place of peace and blue skies, where everything is happening. You see birds coming out and flying, and then the hurricane hits again, right? So we learn to keep ourselves in this eye for longer periods of time. And if we get, smacked around by the hurricane that is life, we now know that path to get ourselves back there. And it becomes faster and faster and longer, and our eye keeps expanding. And not only do we live in that eye, but we begin to invite others to live in our eye, and that piece just starts expanding, and it just becomes like a wave that keeps growing bigger and bigger and bigger. And it is a fantastic journey. You'll have me live for an hour and a half every weekday. An hour and a half. I know people say, I can't do it. I've had people resisting, and they finally sign up, and then they tell me, I don't know how I lived without it, because it is so life-changing. It begins to affect every area of your life. You begin to hear your own guidance. You don't have to rely on any outside sources. You don't have to rely. My goal is to create total sovereignty, acknowledgement. So all I'm trying to do is for you to acknowledge your sovereignty, your power, your magic, and know how to tap in it every time, so you don't need to ask anyone for help. And I know we're going from me to we, but also we have to hold our own. When we take full responsibility for our own lives, everything begins to change, because as inside, so outside, as above, so below. So when we create full acknowledgement of, I am creating this. If I don't like it, I can change it. If I don't like it, I am changing it. I am having a new reality. I make that choice. I make a decision. I cut off all other options. And then all of a sudden, we all begin to have our own blue skies following us around. And if you can imagine Charlie Brown with a cloud and the rain on top of him, we do the absolute opposite. We have a little space where the blue sky and the sun is shining every single time. And wherever we go, there we are, right? With our own little particular brand of sunshine. And that is the whole point of that program. It's a 21-day, effective 21 days. So we have 21 weekdays together. So it's about a month. And usually, sometimes we go a little longer, like this time. We thought this time we were going to end up at Christmas, but we're not. And so we'll be starting at the beginning or mid, either November 9th or 16th, depending on how this one goes. But it's coming up. If you're interested, you can always find out more at bit.ly/coming home, the number 2, you, the word you. So the only number is the 2. And it is bit.ly/coming home, the number 2, YOU. And you can find information. Otherwise, you can send me an email at info@vocaltapestry. Or if you're on Facebook and you want more information, you can always send me a direct message. I'll be happy to reply and answer any questions or give you information, whatever it is you need. Anyway, thank you so much for being here today in this celebration. I hope this sound bath was able to literally wash away any fear, any worry, and allow you to connect to that love that is infinite, that comes in and through you. And have a blessed, magnificent, happy week. And I will see you next week. Let me say goodbye to my friends here on YouTube. I love you. Thank you very much. I'm really looking forward to seeing you next week. Take care. All right.